Questions about cult churches and how she broke the mindset and recovered. Yes. First of all, I just want to give a disclaimer. I didn't know it was a cult when we got involved with the cult. Okay, it's
what
not
everyone
like
says when they
you
get
know it's a
involved with
cult on the front end, but you just still feel like an idiot on the back end. Like, yeah, I got involved in the cult. They were really nice people. We did not realize the extent of what all was going on. I will say this though, I had red flags early on, and I was asking questions very early on because I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right, and this is weird, and this is off. So first of all, I would just say, like, if you have red flags going off, don't ignore those when it comes to anyone that would have spiritual influence in your life. This is such a huge place that when the enemy tries to infiltrate your relationship with God with something twisted like a cult, it is very, very hard to unwire your mind from that. So I would much rather people listen to those Holy Spirit unctions that are like, hey, warning, don't go there, on the front end. And I wish that I had just listened to what I was feeling and paid attention to those red flags. Let me make sure I'm answering. Okay, how I broke the mindset and recovered. I want to be honest. It took me quite a while to unravel. I still to this day can quote the things that we said all the time, kind of like our mantras that we were told all the time and that we said all the time. I could still sit here and quote all of them to you because that's how ingrained it was. I'm so excited. My Feminine Daily Journal Guide is available now on Amazon. So please go and get yours. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. It has been a journal practice that has really blessed my life, and I want to share it with you as well. But for me, it was, just realizing we walked away from all of our relationships. We walked away from our family. We cut off from family members that weren't going to support us. I broke away from friendships I'd had for a decade or longer. And they were even saying to us, hey, there's something wrong with this. And we didn't listen. That's just the truth. As a result of that, there was, in the aftermath, when we did finally leave, which took a hard conversation of me confronting our spiritual leader at the time, our spiritual father is what we called him. I confronted him in front of his wife and my husband at the time. And that was I knew when I did that, that would be the ending of our time in the cult. And it was. And that was scary. It was really scary, but I knew I had to because of the direction things were headed were not good. Getting out of that meant we had to be alone for a while. We were very isolated. We lost all the friends that we had made in that cult. Everyone, obviously kind of withdrew from us, and we had to start all over. It was really hard on your dad, for sure. I mean, there was, he was just struggling with depression after all of that. And so it was a really dark time. I would say it took about 3 years for me to completely get to a place of no longer fearing them and a place of reclaiming what I knew to be true and letting go of everything that was false that we were presented with in that. It took a while.
Yeah. I mean, I was 7, so that's my defense.
He got drug into something at 7 years old, unfortunately.
I didn't have to recover. All I knew is that we took a lot of RV trips into the middle of the desert, and when we got there was a bunch of other RVs, and it was weird.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Live Abundantly podcast. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to watch the full-length podcast in the link below. Make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time we post a new video. And finally, please be sure to visit my website and sign up for the newsletter. You're going to receive exclusive offers and free content that's going to help you to live abundantly.